NFL Daily. And yeah, the stars, they keep coming out for this big show on Radio Row. Puka Nacua, wide receiver of the LA Rams, All-Pro. Through 2 years, he's done a lot. Welcome to the show, Puka.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Puka, I'm so glad to see you in a different setting. I was just saying, you got your NPR look going here today. You're ready to podcast.
A little bit. Try to switch it up, right? Radio Row requires a different uniform than I'm used to.
Yeah, we do not need you podcasting anytime soon.
Keep playing, Puka.
Keep you on the field. Was a really interesting year from you, Puka, because obviously you missed that time. But one thing I've been talking about on this show, we do our own little All-Pro team, and I had you. We made sure to have you on our second team because you missed that time. But on a per snap basis, like a per target basis, that was one of the most efficient wide receiver seasons I've ever seen. The numbers back it up. So I was curious, like what subtleties, what things do you think you got like better at from a rookie year to your second year? Because I think that got slept on a little bit this season.
I think, trying to be more efficient at the top of the routes, at the line of scrimmage. I think I caught the ball at a definitely more consistent rate. Just trying to be as physical as I can after the catch. I think it's a big part of my game when it was in my first year, and I think it's always going to be a part of my game. That's how I love to play the game of football. It brings me excitement and joy when I get to hit somebody. So I hope.
You're smiling just thinking about hitting somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool, Puka. Like you had this record-breaking rookie season, and I remember talking to you after it, and you were so mad at yourself, and I couldn't figure out why. And you're like, the drops. I want to get those. I want to make those better. But not only those. You didn't just fix those. You also changed your body too. You've been open about this, the way that you trained, some of the throwing up that happened, But you really dedicated yourself to basically finding even the smallest things that you weren't personally happy with, despite all of the accolades and success, and going about fixing it. What was that process like for you?
I think it's a huge tribute to the people around me. I think of all my support system in the Rams facility, in that organization, the relationships that I've built with my teammates, with my coaches, and the people in that staff, and then my family. I come from a football family. I have 5 older brothers or 4 older brothers, and my little brother who is in college is always even sending me tips and reminders. So I'm constantly reminded on things that I can do better, but I receive a lot of praise and support from those people, and it makes going about to try to be better that much more exciting. One, because I want that for myself, but then also the people around me are helping me be the best version of myself so I can achieve those things.
I saw your little brother playing on the Polynesian Bowl, I believe.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Shout out to Steve Weiss and the Polynesian Bowl. An underrated event on NFL Network every year. You played on that once. I was thinking about your season just now. Do you have a favorite catch? Is there something that pops in your head as one you're proud of, that was a great moment?
I think the one that Tom Brady in the Bills game, we had an over the shoulder catch on the sideline, and I ran for one of the best quarterbacks of all time to say that was a pretty awesome catch for one of the ones that he's seen, and I know he's seen plenty of them, so that was really cool.
So our producer Eric is a Bills fan. He's over here shaking our head, but my son said it back in your rookie year. It's actually a sound drop that we use on the show that we watched. Your game, it was against the Vikings of your rookie year, and I had to call in and do a little report after the game from the stadium, and my 9-year-old son at the time shouted you out.
Oh, really? I love that.
So that pops up on the show.
So
we should have played that too when you made that catch against the Bills.
Okay, and Puka, because of all the blocking work you do, I have to ask, and I bug you about this a lot, but not on this desk in front of all the cameras. Favorite run play?
I think there's no better run play than duo. I think it's as simple as football gets in the best way possible, and I enjoy the challenges that play presents, and the excitement that it also presents.
What are they? Because the average fan does not know what you would be doing on a play on a duo play.
So I guess it kind of depends. We have what formation if we're in a 3x1 trying to run duo, or in a 2x2 running duo. But for the most part, in 2x2 duo, I normally have some kind of short motion to line up to execute my job. And then honestly, it doesn't matter if it's a corner, safety, or linebacker. Who's ever in front of me that's wearing the opposite color will eventually get hit by me on that side. That's my job. I'm not going to pass up color because that guy could potentially end up tackling Kyron. And that's I can't let that happen.
Yeah, one of my favorite things you said all year was Well, I do love to run duo.
Yeah.
You know, Puka, you also run so much pre-snap, and I've compared it with Matthew at times that you're running the 400 meter around the curve, some of those long looping motions into those digs that you run. Like, did you feel better this year? More, you know, like the cardio was maybe a little bit, because you ran probably like several thousand yards even before you would even run your route last year.
I mean, I think so. It definitely provides a fun little challenge, and it requires the best of my stamina and my conditioning. But I think there's definitely room for improvement in me. I mean, it's hard sometimes. You got to make sure that the motion is believable, or when I am actually motioning, and to get you the motion prep that's required to be able to run a route after that, after motioning from one side of the field to the other, or trying to motion and then insert in the C gap. There are a lot of moving parts when you get into the alignment and stuff like that. So it's always, it keeps me on my toes, because if I'm not, I will end up on my back looking up at the sky.
I'm a football dork, so I pay attention to all the next gen stats and the numbers, and they back up everything you both are saying, that whatever the rankings are for the most amount of motion run, or the most amount of catches in motion, or any type of motion stat, it's like Puka Nacua, and then it's a deep fall to number 2. So they have you on the move. The catch that stands out to me, probably because it was so recent, was that one on the sideline in the snow against the Eagles, which, you know, obviously what happened after that, you're not going to say that's your favorite catch of the year, but explain to me what playing in that game, and then what that moment, what you're feeling like after making that catch on a drive in a game like that.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say it's one of my favorite catches.
Sorry.
Nice job, Greg.
It was a badass catch,
It
though.
was a great catch.
Yeah, I guess, that was the play. We had an opportunity to take a shot. We needed a play at that time, and that's my job, to try to come down with it. And then just the feeling of the job's not finished. We're right there. We're one explosive play doesn't get you into the end zone all the time. So I'm like, man, we're right there. We have another opportunity to make a couple plays, and then the last play was obviously thrown to me. So that's why that catch definitely does sting a little bit, because I wasn't able to come up with the one that was potentially going to make the game different, game-making play for us. And so that's another motivator added to the list in the off-season workouts to be here. Next time I come to the Super Bowl, I want to be able to be in one of the jumpsuits that I just barely saw on ESPN, and I know everybody in our Rams organization feels that way.
See, I want to normalize remembering great plays, even if they end in a losing effort. The Julio Jones catch in the Super Bowl, that's one of
the best. Yep, I
that's
agree.
What it reminded me of. And so I want to remember the Jalen Hurts performance in the Super Bowl. Yes, they ended up losing, but he
Nobody's
was incredible.
arguing with you. It was
I'm
a
just
great
saying,
catch, Greg.
That's all I want to bring up. That's all I'm saying.
But we could do this with you forever, Puka, because we just like hearing how you think and how you see the field and how you study. And how is that part of it opened up? Not just as a receiver, but you're looking at all the layers in the run game. I know it's a passion of yours as well, is to look at all of those layers and how things unfold. And how has that grown for you?
I think it's been so fun. I think of the people who I've been around the facility, Matthew and Coop, and the guys who, and Tyler Higbee and Rob Havenstein, and the guys who have been playing football at a high level for a long time, and they understand the nuances and they understand the variances and how everything is, it looks different, but it ends up maybe feeling the same when you're actually executing some of these things. So to be able to watch it and help communicate, and man, you try to understand what somebody else is doing, so you can not I don't want to use the word empathize, but you can understand them more. I can help motivate you, or maybe not do my job differently because I can't go block the defensive end for you, at least not all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely happened maybe once or twice, but the ability to just communicate with everybody and make sure that we all are on the same page trying to execute our job brings satisfaction to me, and I know when we do, because it normally ends up with us being in the end zone, everybody else is satisfied.
To that end, what did it mean to have someone to watch do what he does in Cooper Kupp? He obviously announced that the Rams were trying to trade him. You had a post about it. Like, what has he meant to you?
He's been the best mentor for me in my life. I come from a big family and never knew what the world and that journey and the NFL experience would be like for me. But from the moment I stepped into the Rams facility, he's been nothing but welcoming. He's taken me right under his wing. He's taught me what it's like to be a professional, to go out here and to train hard in the off season, to train hard in season, to prepare for every game as if it is a Super Bowl on Sunday. and just to take care, be a great teammate, be a great father, be a great husband. I've been able to witness all of those things firsthand, and I do feel truly blessed to have the relationship I do with Cooper Kupp.
Tell us about GoBowling.com you're talking about this week. You also got Pepsi. You're the first person.
You got a double jacket
here.
here.
You're getting it done. That you got a jacket with both of them on it, Pepsi
Right?
and Go Bowling.
So I'm teaming up with Go Bowling and Pepsi. We have a bowling event going on tomorrow. I just barely got my bowling ball shipped out here for this event. I took a bowling class in high school.
Wow.
My basketball coach taught our bowling class, so I spent a decent amount of time at the bowling alley, I would say. And so I'm
Average
excited.
Score?
I say I bowl about a 200.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Save some for the rest of us,
No,
Puka. God.
I'm excited to see everybody come out, and hopefully if people have some of their bowling balls too. I got my Rams bowling ball. That'll be nice out there. Hopefully I can get lane 16 and it's by the wall. I don't know how the bowling alley is set up, but it'll be fun. And if you go to gobowling.com, you can get a free coupon for a free game. And everybody deserves a free game of bowling. It's nice to get out there in the lanes and get a strike. So yeah, I'm super excited, and I'm blessed to team up with these two people. And I'm super excited for everybody to come out to the event tomorrow.
Wow.
Out here in New Orleans, come please. If you want to see me bowl really great, I think I can potentially do that for you. And if you want to hang out and drink some nice cold drinks, you guys are welcome to come too.
Like literally, what can't this dude do?
There you go.
Seriously.
We can now confirm in person. Puka Nacua rules.
Puka Nacua rules.
It's official. Thank you, Puka.
Thank
Of
you,
course,
Puka.
thank you guys.